Hey, Fifth Line, this is Greg Murray, the voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the Artillery Podcast with Jordan, Warren, and Kyle. It's not too late to turn this off. They've got no idea what they're talking about. Honestly, I have no idea why I even agreed to do this intro for them.
What's up, little boomers? Welcome into the podcast, episode 195.
Hello.
We're only 5 episodes away from 200.
I'm Kyle. Hello.
That's impressive.
We're so close.
We're so close. Just 200 episodes.
Sorry, I was making some tracks.
He was making some tracks.
That's right.
Kyle's here.
Bring back boomer
Tyler's
tracks.
back. Hello, Tyler.
Hello. How are you?
I'm great.
The burp
great.
is coming up.
Don't do it in the microphone.
It didn't come up.
If you do it in the microphone, you're fired.
I've been fired like 7 times.
For real this time.
You're lucky that we're very, very generous.
It's been 3.
And give
Okay.
people.
It's been
We
a couple
give
more.
people
That's fine. That's fine. You
many
fire me.
opportunities.
You see where the artillery goes after you fire me, Jordan.
Okay.
Let's keep doing the podcast, man.
That's about it. What's your food of choice today?
Quesadilla with some buffalo inside there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got it's a buffalo quesadilla.
Mm-hmm.
You killed a buffalo and put the buffalo in there.
Yeah. Or
Is that-
buffalo sauce. That's what I was looking for.
with
Yep.
some chicken.
Mm-mm.
No, just buffalo sauce and
Just cheese and buffalo sauce.
That
yeah.
sounds
Cheese
fucking
and butter.
It
incredible.
was what time was it? It was 5:25. No, it was 4:55, and I was like, I gotta make some food real quick.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have time to de-thaw a chicken.
I mean, that's a great little, on-the-go snack there. I mean, you whip it up in probably the 5-6 minutes, you're good to go.
Oh yeah,
You'd
Now
love to see it.
I am being fed.
Warren, I don't know where he's at. I didn't even know he was away.
Oh yeah, he's on a business trip in California.
Never tells me these things, and I'm in his wedding. So
He got back into town earlier. I'm just kidding. He gets back in at midnight. I was going to make a joke, but that would have been a bad joke.
yeah.
He gets
So-
back in at midnight. Yeah.
So Warren's not here.
That's all we got. He's dead.
He is dead, much
Died
like
in a
our,
plane
much like the
accident.
defense of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Well, I wish they were dead.
Ayo.
Right into it then.
I know,
Wow.
right? It was,
All
fun.
right.
It was a perfect segue. I had to go into it. I mean, I couldn't miss the opportunity.
Just like Zach Werenski being able to hold on to the puck.
Just like Scott Harrington, who's now in
Impossible.
Cleveland.
There was some guy on Twitter about the Scott Harrington. Do you have Scott Harrington on the show, Flo?
He's like the news and notes.
He's
part.
on waivers.
He was on waivers.
Well,
now
right.
he's back.
He's-
Nobody
he
claimed.
did- Nobody claimed him. He's in Cleveland
Oh.
now. He got
Yeah.
assigned to Cleveland. There was some guy on Twitter today. He follows me, and I'm sorry if you're listening to this right now and I'm about to shit on you, but
Kyle shitting on somebody? Never.
like I can't believe this fan base. Harrington and everybody's celebrating him getting released. All right, first of all, dude, I didn't see a single person celebrating. Oh, thank God Harrington's gone.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in 3 weeks. Nobody cares. Second of all, he didn't get released. He got sent to Cleveland. Like, do some fucking research. Sorry, rant over.
Yeah, I mean, he was put on waivers. A team could have claimed him. Nobody claimed him, obviously, because
Obviously.
nobody would want him.
Right.
Oh wow, was that mean?
It's
I don't know.
true.
Yeah.
He's not good at NHL hockey.
And honestly, he's really bad at making an old fashioned. He made me one time, and it was not good.
Not good.
Not good.
That's okay.
Yeah, it took him about
Wow,
20 minutes.
He's about as good.
Scott
Did it
Harrington?
really?
Yeah,
Made you an old fashioned.
he did.
When?
It was Blue Jackets like celebrity bartending at like High Bank.
I bet I could not. Yeah, I mean he's
Yeah.
like. Yeah, I mean,
Granted, he's not trained to make that. A guy's just gonna be like, "Give me a beer." I think that's
yeah,
kind of
he's
the
like
premise.
20 something.
Yeah, so I asked for an old fashioned, but there was bartenders behind the bar mentoring the Blue Jackets as they were making the drinks, and he tried to do it, and he just really struggled.
It still took him 20 minutes. Right. Even with instruction, he still couldn't fucking
didn't-
get the job done. Sounds really familiar if you ask
Yeah.
me, but I don't know. I don't know what that could translate to.
I don't know.
Definitely
either.
not him playing hockey.
No.
Not at all.
No.
So part of some other news, beyond Scott Harrington going to Cleveland, Emile Binstrom has now been recalled, and he's now part of the Blue Jackets again,
Okay.
which, okay, whatever, I guess.
That doesn't make a lot of sense to me because we've been scoring goals. We don't need more goal scoring. We're scoring. We've got to be averaging 3.5 goals a game.
We're
at
there.
this point.
I mean, we're
and
scoring by
we
committee.
don't need Emile Binstrom to come out and come score more goal. What we need is a Christensen or somebody, some big defenseman that's down there to come up and prove themselves because we need fucking defense.
Yeah.
because we're giving up 5 goals a game. That's the problem.
We're giving up 5 goals a game, and we're also giving up about 40-some shots a game.
Oh my God! Did you see the shots at the end of even against San Jose?
Yeah,
the shots in San Jose at the end of the first was like 23 to at the end of the second was like 23 to 12.
Yeah,
though how we won that game is beyond me. Probably just because we were there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when I'm in the building or you're in the building, we typically win. But granted, at home we are 9-3. I think
they're very good at home this year.
9-3 at home. Away, I don't know what.
It's like 4-8.
No,
that's not
it's
right.
worse than that.
Is it?
I don't know what switch is turned off, but this team cannot perform on the road.
It doesn't make any sense
at all.
It does make sense. They're a very young team. Again, the youngest team. I got to keep looking at the camera here. The youngest team in the league. I don't want to though.
You don't have to.
Okay, I'm half and half.
Yeah,
it's cool. I'm looking at the room.
It's up to you, bro. It's your podcast.
Peripherals and peripheral, and then I just want to look at your beautiful face eating that quesadilla.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the most important.
Right, absolutely. God,
you want to come over tonight?
Kinda.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
Top or bottom? We'll talk about it.
Bunk.
What was I talking about?
Top or bottom bunk.
Bunk, right, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much room for activities. What were we talking about?
The youngest team in the league again. I think
Youngest team in the league
what
again.
You're trying to go for, I don't know.
On the road, of course. I mean, on the road, especially at a place like Toronto, that's a tough place to play in. Always, that crowd's always nuts.
I don't know. They were kind of very. They were very just kind of like there.
Regardless
not
of
really
the crowd, I mean,
into
it's Toronto. It's
Yeah.
the hub of hockey. It's, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I
it's
get you
Toronto.
there. I understand that.
Yeah, that I feel like you get Cole Sillinger, who scored. No, he didn't score. He scored against San Jose. Who going in there as an 18-year-old. Even Domi going there, you know, is somebody who saw that arena a lot as a kid. His
Domi's
dad played
grandparents
there.
were there.
His grandparents were there. You know,
Yeah.
there's some. It's a little jumpy. I think it's not as focused.
Maybe. I mean, I would disagree. Okay, you're probably right there. I was going to go back to how we beat them in Toronto in that little series we had with them.
Right, no fans, super weird. No fans, no like any kind of atmosphere, anything. Did you break that? Are you breaking that?
What are you doing over there, bud?
What is
his mic's currently unplugged?
He unplugged the
I don't
mic.
know what he's doing.
So I unplugged it so the listeners would not hear me fucking around with the microphone.
Oh, okay.
gotcha.
No, I was just.
All right. Well, that's acceptable.
No, it's cool. I thought you
No, I
like
was
broke.
moving it so it would be like this, so now I can just.
Totally makes sense. Absolutely.
Boom, boom,
Thank you.
But let's talk
Fucking
about the Leafs
beautiful
game for a
human
second.
being.
We can go harp on a couple other. I mean, if you want to really go into it, we don't need to. But the Jackets have been outscored. I think 27. What do I have here in the show flow? It's like 27-14 in the last 6 games.
Yeah, they were +8.
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
last
say
week
we're
in
not
goal
plus-
differential.
we're not
There's
plus anymore.
There's 0.
We're at 0. Okay, so
It's
we're not
80
negative.
80,
so
80 goals allowed, 80 goals for.
I'll take that.
So it's not.
Whatever. So we could be worse off. We
Like-
could be like Montreal. We could be the Islanders. We could be some
Yeah,
other
Montreal's
teams right
like
now.
-35.
Yeah, we could be
Could
the
you-
Coyotes. I mean, we're not in a bad spot. I mean, we're over 500. If you would have told me this at the beginning of the season with the young guys we have, I'd be very happy where we are. Lately, though, the last 6 games have not been great. So we St. Louis 6-3 loss, Nashville 6-0 loss, Dallas 3-2 loss. So it was there.
Right.
Washington 3-1 loss. We beat San Jose 6-4. Then we lose Toronto 5-4.
Lost 6 out of 5. Man.
So we've
Or
lost 6 out of
5 out of 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And some of those were some doozies. So being outscored 27-14 in the last 6. So what's the problem here? What's going on? Are we blaming Elvis? Are we blaming defense? Are we blaming just everything?
I think it's just a whole collection of all of that. Elvis has not been playing well at all the last couple of games. He's been pulled twice in the last 3 games, I think, right?
Got pulled
for
in
Corby
Nashville
and Tarasov.
Yep. Tarasov, he came in the 3rd.
Tarasov looks
and
great.
There were 10 shots on him. He denied all 10.
Right. He's
versus,
been looking
versus
good.
The Leafs.
Very, very small sample size. So
Very, very, yeah.
not gonna
It's promising, though.
Elvis's first game, he gave up 8 goals to Pittsburgh. Or
Yeah.
9 goals to Pittsburgh.
So it is promising to see a guy like Tarasov come in here when we know. I mean, the writing's on the wall for Korpisalo, I would assume, to be dealt at some point. So
It's time.
It is promising to see a guy like a Tarasov come in here, and he's done well. So
And could
I'm
honestly
happy.
would not surprise me in the next year or 2 if he takes over that starting spot.
Nah,
I don't know.
it's Elvis's job, right?
Right, but at $5 million, we're not getting into that.
Yeah.
I think let's
So-
go back to where we started. I think the reason for the struggles recently is a collection of of all of it. It's a very, very young team still. The defensive identity is not there. Werenski is not the number one defenseman.
Right now, it might be Boquist, honestly.
Yeah, Boquist doesn't play great defense either. And Jake Bean has not been playing great defense. I'm talking defense.
So who's our number one defender then?
So it's Werenski.
Well, yeah, but who
by
in
default?
your eyes?
Werenski.
Okay.
By default, it has to be. I mean, but he's not a number one defenseman.
Yeah.
He's our number one defenseman, but he's not he's not as good as a lot of other number one defensemen.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he scores some goals.
He does.
I guess.
Who has more goals as a defenseman on this team than Werenski
Boquist?
does?
Yeah,
Yes.
Boquist is tied for third in the league.
Yeah.
In D-men goals right now.
And some of the goals he's had have been pretty sexy.
Yeah, he likes that short top shelf
Yeah,
a
he
lot.
does.
And his I don't know, his wind up and one timer just off the ice, man. He doesn't have to really collect the puck. He can just let it rip from anywhere, and it's very impressive. When he can grab a rebound very quickly and slap it top shelf like that. That's as a 20, what is he, 20, 21?
A little older than that, I
22.
think. He's been around a little longer.
That's very impressive
Yeah.
for somebody that young to be able to jump on rebounds. That's all he scored on is rebounds, really.
Yeah.
Top shelf, but
Yeah, no, I love what I see out of Boquist, but yeah, it's kind of what you're
but Jake
saying
but
there.
Jake Bean isn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say kind of what you're saying there. It's definitely a collective effort. Like, there's a lot of times where I sometimes give the goalies a pass, and it's the product playing in front of them is not good. But right now, I can't give Elvis a pass right now.
Or
I really
Corpy.
can't.
I mean-
or Corpy. And we were talking earlier before the podcast. Corpy's a guy that you kind of like, he's got to have consecutive starts to get in a rhythm and a flow. And I think that goes for any goaltender, really, for the most part.
Yes, Corpy especially. But yes, you're absolutely
So yeah, like in terms of Elvis, like a lot of times, like I said, I give goalies a pass, and because I feel like a lot of it stems on the play in front of them. But right now, like it is a collective effort. But Elvis is at fault for some of these goals that have gone in. But there are some circumstances where it's not Elvis's fault, and the defense just completely
Sure,
collapses. So,
yeah.
so what you're saying, collective effort.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it really, I think more of it leans on, look, I don't want to say coaching, but it's getting to that, like there's just no energy. And it also could lean on the scheduling. The
Scheduling has been
over the last couple weeks has been brutal.
Very brutal. Even Brad Larson was talking about it recently. He was talking about how he's been around for forever, and he's traveled. He's been in many different leagues and juniors, all this stuff. And he has said like what the Jackets schedule is this month is he's never seen anything like it.
It's really, I mean, it was now they're getting ready to go on a West Coast swing.
Yeah.
After they were, fucking in Washington, then back here.
Uh-huh.
They were in Washington on Saturday night, home Sunday night, at Toronto last night.
Yeah.
Which is, so that's three games in 4 days. 2 of them are away, one's at home. That is
Nuts.
There's no way that these guys are fresh.
No.
After that, I mean,
like
so,
you can be a professional athlete all you want. You can have like the mindset of that in terms of like your routines and stuff, but you're still a human, and traveling takes a lot out of a person, no matter like how conditioned you are. So yeah, you bet your ass this is playing a toll on them.
And then coming back, I mean, they were playing in a different time zone against St. Louis,
Yeah.
and then
the teams that
and
we're
then to
playing,
Nashville.
we're not just playing like slouches of teams. We're playing very competitive teams on the road right now.
yeah, St. Louis,
Uh-huh.
Nashville, Washington.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
That's a brutal like just travel schedule. Right
And then
there.
Toronto, I mean, San Jose is kind of the cupcake in there, and we
Yeah.
got the win, I think, as they should, but
Uh-huh.
maybe, now that we talk about this, maybe they're just in a really rough stretch of games right now, I think.
it is,
And
but
now there
at
was
the
some
same time,
coaching
there's
last
some-
night. I want to go back to coaching against
I think I
Toronto.
know what you're going to talk about. What is it?
That challenge.
Yeah, terrible challenge.
So
Terrible.
what are we? I mean, I think the only explanation that I've watched. That's the only tweet I sent out about the game last
Yeah.
night was that challenge, awful challenge.
Mhm.
If you watch it from the top angle, it looks like Elvis's stick got hit.
It does.
The only explanation I can come up with is he saw that one angle and said,
Yeah.
"Yep, fuck it, challenge it right now."
Oh, that was it. You saw the iPad. I feel like
There's no way.
within like 2 seconds. Like, yeah, he looked at
yes.
the.
But if you see
Yeah.
the camera, the goal angle, like the goal cam, He didn't get touched at all. He just
Yeah.
missed the puck. He just missed the save.
And the thing about that play was,
It was a power play goal,
well, that too, but
and they gave him another power play.
well, that's
Sorry.
the Leafs on the power play are pretty, dangerous. But the thing about that, in terms of Larson challenging it, was Elvis had no reaction to it. Elvis is a very emotional guy. And if he feels like he's been interfered with, he will let you know.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? If I was Brad Larson last night,
Yeah.
or a coach at all in any kind of hockey league, and I had an opportunity to challenge a goalie interference,
Make some eye contact with your goalie.
the first person I would ask is my goalie.
Yeah.
Did you get interfered with?
Uh-huh.
Yes or no? And there you go. Then look at it.
That's
Then
it.
look at different. Yes.
That's it.
Elvis had no reaction. There was no communication from Elvis to the bench, from the bench to Elvis. Nothing. It was Larson looked at that top angle and said, challenge it, and then gave them another power play immediately because it was an awful challenge. It took the refs zero time to be like, no fucking way. That was no way.
Listen, I have liked what I've seen out of Larson so far, for the most part. But I did not agree with that challenge whatsoever. But it's and what sucks is they gave him another power play right away.
They didn't. That was killed off though, so it didn't really mean. It didn't really
but
matter.
it could have had more impact on the game. But granted, no matter what, we were not playing well.
Yeah, 5-4 was not.
One thing about this
reflective of
team
the
that I'm
game.
really getting frustrated about is when we give up a goal and then we give up another goal within like 10 seconds.
Right.
Like, where is the disconnect? Where is the lack of hustle? Where is the lack of just like, all right, they just scored. Now we're doing a face-off. Everyone get your shit together.
Another thing that I would do as a coach, if a defensive pairing gets scored on, immediately put in the next defensive pairing.
Yeah.
I do it in NHL when I'm playing the hockey game, when I'm playing the game, because you just got scored on. Come out, let's talk about it. Whatever. I don't do it obviously in the game, but like Brad Larson, come out.
You don't talk to your fake players in the game?
What happened? Talk to myself. What happened? Like what? How can we fix that? I mean, even if they're fresh, maybe I don't know. It's situational, but
Well,
like I think the issue is he's leaving these guys in, and Werenski's getting like 29 minutes a night, and that is too much. That's too much for
That's
a
a
guy
lot.
like Werenski. That's a lot.
I feel like that's exaggerated. I feel like he's maybe like 22 or 25. I wouldn't say 29.
We can look. I mean, let me look at it. I don't know.
Google it.
But I have
Look
hockey
it up,
reference
baby.
up right here. I'm gonna check it
I
out.
want to see it.
But I want to know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that the pairings that get scored on continue to stay out there because it's like all we have, and
Yeah.
then they're like still thinking about the last play, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's hard to tell, but
Yeah.
it's just
I will say though, like, and you voiced your frustration a lot on Werenski. I've always kind of defended him a lot. No pun intended, because he's a defenseman. But I will say of late, like maybe I was just like blindsided by. I love this dude. He scores a lot of goals. I was distracted by that, and I didn't realize the lack of defense that he does play.
I've been saying it for
I know.
years.
That's what I was giving you credit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
All
literally
right.
giving you credit. And lately I've just really kind of honed in on him defensively.
Right.
And he gets lazy, man.
And his puck receiving is
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I watch that kind of shit, and Domi when he receives a puck, it's stuck to his stick.
Yeah.
When Robinson receives a puck, it flops around everywhere and jumps over his stick.
Every damn time.
When Jenner receives a puck, it sticks. He's a magnet. It sticks to his stick.
Yeah.
When Werenski receives a puck, it flops the fuck. It's all over the place.
in the fucking stands.
Leaves the zone, or it's just like stop angling your stick when
Yeah.
you're getting a pass.
Yeah.
You're deflecting it. Fucking receive the puck. So many times he has given up an offensive zone chance because he just can't handle a pass.
Yeah.
And it's infuriating for somebody we are paying almost $10 million a year to
We're paying him as much as who else?
Connor fucking McDavid. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. I
That
think
stat is insane. I
McDavid
can't
makes
believe that.
more, I think.
Barely. At least this year or the upcoming
Like
season.
maybe $1
Yeah.
million or $1.5 million more. But what the fuck? He makes more than David Pasternak. Like, what are we doing with this fucking? I'm sorry. He can't even receive a simple point-to-point pass on a power play.
Yeah.
It's fucking infuriating. That is the guy that is supposed to be quarterbacking your power play, and he can't even receive a pass.
I also feel like, for some reason, I feel like people outside the Blue Jackets and like on NHL Network and like wherever, like they are saying Werenski's like a,
Turn it. Talk.
You got
into
to
it.
tilt the mic.
oh.
Yeah, it's not like a thing. You got to like talk in this direction.
Okay, did you pause it?
No, you're good.
Okay. No, I feel like people in the national, and I don't even know what I'm fucking saying now.
They give him more credit
they
than
think
than he
Werenski's the
should.
shit. Yeah, they do. And like,
For sure, they give him a lot of cred.
and I just
Because
think
that's
super
all we
interesting.
have. That's the thing. They have when they're talking about us, they have to talk about something. Oh, Zach Werenski.
That's true.
That's about all they
I
have.
will say Elvis gets a lot of recognition.
He does,
throughout
that's
the
true.
league. He does.
Werenski is averaging 26 minutes and 13 seconds
Okay.
time on ice per
So
game.
we're right there in between.
Right
just
in
about.
between, yeah. So
okay.
it's still too much. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
But I mean, granted, he is a defenseman. I get that. But he is like third on the team in points right now with like 17, which is he has quite a bit of assists there. You like to see that. Trying to take some positives away here, Kyle. But yeah, I do see some of the frustration that I think a lot of people have seen with Zach Werenski and the fact he is making $9.5 million. Little sus. But like
look,
look,
and it goes
use that
back
word
to
sus. That's a very
sus.
That's a very common word right now with the Gen Zs.
Yeah, I was
Right,
gonna
that's
say
a
you feel
Gen Z
very
word.
hip and
I
young
do.
for saying that.
I do feel that
Sus
way.
muffin.
Sus. I'm a sus muffin.
Is that a thing?
I don't
No,
know.
I just thought of that now and I like
Sus.
it. Sus muffin.
Sus muffin. I'm here for it.
Okay.
Here for it.
Sus. sucking.
Hashtag
Nope.
sus muffin. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, 17 points is great. -3 is not bad. 26 minutes is too much for somebody who is supposed to be your number one defenseman that doesn't really know how to play defense. Now, don't get me wrong, he has some good defensive plays. Like, there's times where I'm like, oh, that was really good defense. But it's because he's so fucking long.
Yeah.
Like, his stick is taller than I am. Of course he's going to poke check every now and then. But
He's just so fucking long.
he's just so long. And, yeah, I mean, he's going to score. But 9.5, man, that's just... Werenski would be having a great year in my eyes, like the best year that I can think of in my eyes right now. If he wasn't making $9.5 million starting next season, he's not even making that much yet, and it still fucking infuriates
How much?
me.
Look up Seth Jones. How many points he have right now? Because Seth
I think
is
he's like
making-
at 19.
Seth is making about the same amount of money that Z is, and Chicago is willing to pay him the same. So I'm
Seth
just kinda,
Jones has 22 points this year.
22 points. All right, so it was a
3
little more.
goals.
3. That's Z has more goals than that. But granted, we got to think about the defensive side of things.
But yeah, also 19 assists. But he's -9.
Well, Chicago's shit.
Yeah.
So.
Chicago's not good.
All
Thankfully.
right, so there's a little comparison, but yeah, I mean, we need another Seth Jones in here to help out Z defensively, I think. But
Yeah, we traded him to Tampa.
who?
David Savard.
I know. You see, he got his ring yesterday or 2 days ago.
I didn't see it. No.
It was really cool. Like he opened up the box, and the box had like a little mini TV in there, and it was playing like clips of him, and like the ring was just like in there as well, so it was like all shiny.
He
That's
had the most
fancy.
genuine smile, like when like a 7-year-old like does something good or like has something stupid to show someone. They're like, look, like his smile literally, and I loved it. Like I'm not shitting on it. I loved it. He just was so
Yeah.
happy.
It's like when my dog brings in his favorite toy.
Exactly.
I'm just like, all right, dude, I'll throw it. What do you want me to do? Like, all right, enough of this. I think we all just kind of know what the problems are. Again, it goes back.
We don't know what the problems.
I mean, we kind of
we
do
do.
for the most part.
You're
We're a
right.
young
You're
ass
right.
team. Like we
No.
are. Technically, this is a rebuild, and the wins don't matter, Kyle. That's what you said.
Yeah, and look, hey, the way they're trending right now, I'm going to be right at the end of the season.
Maybe.
And also with the I just want to bring that up. The Rangers right now, I predicted they're going to win the division,
They
maybe
look-
or second.
They're a
They've
wagon.
won
They
5
look-
in a
they look
row,
great.
and they are
They look great.
killing it.
Yeah.
Too much talent.
Yeah, they're so good right now.
Yeah. But again, it's a rebuild, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, we can change the narrative however it fits ours.
Reload.
That's right.
We're not rebuilding. We're just building.
We're building something.
That's what Z said at the beginning of the season.
Sure.
We're
He
not
doesn't-
rebuilding. We're just building.
Look, he's good at hockey. Come on, he's not good at talking. Like,
If he was good at talking, he would be the captain. I would say that.
no, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Boone,
But Boone
gets
is the
me all
captain.
hot and fucking
He
bothered,
gets me
man.
hot and
Jesus
bothered, dude.
Christ,
I
that
am
guy.
here for Boone Jenner right now.
Oh,
It is Boone Jenner season now.
I am here for the BJ all
Yeah,
day,
buddy.
baby.
You know what CBJ stands for, right? Captain
Right.
Boone Jenner. I almost didn't even know.
Capital
Captain Blowjob.
Capital Blue
Capital Blue Jeans. Yeah. All right. On to the next thing. So this was pretty interesting. So Forbes magazine, they do a lot of things about, the worth and value and net worth of shit, right?
money.
Everybody knows Forbes, right? So they just released their 2021 NHL Team Values. Just came out. And it was pretty interesting to see some values here. We'll obviously talk about where the Blue Jackets rank, but granted, you have the show flow, so I can't just tell you guess. But if you're listening to this podcast, just think for a second. Who do you think is the number one most valued team in the National Hockey League? I would have thought maybe somebody else. I would have thought a Canadian team maybe. My first thought was maybe Toronto.
And if you're listening to this right now, just guess.
Yeah.
And if you guessed it right, pat yourself on the back.
Pat yourself on the back because I gave these guys the show flow, so they already have the information. Number one is the New York Rangers.
Yeah.
$2 billion
That's
net worth.
crazy. And you know what? I think I just read something today about the first MLB team, the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
Just became the first MLB team to be worth $2 billion,
So Rangers and Rangers.
which is crazy. But also, like, there was an NHL team.
How is the range? I would have guessed like the Yankees or the Dodgers or something.
Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. But I could have sworn that's what I read today.
Maybe, I don't know.
The
You can go to
Yankees are probably worth.
They got to be worth more than $2 billion.
I think it makes sense.
Go to TicketSource.com. That's where all this information's coming from. So go to, or no, sorry, that's the next segment. Sorry, go to Forbes.
I think it makes sense because like MSG with the Rangers, like MSG is probably so high in value out of like any company or like stadium or arena or anything in the
Madison
entire
Square
country.
Garden.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that factors into it because I don't think the Rangers get any money from, other events that go on there. But granted, yeah, I mean, you probably have to pay.
Yeah,
up
I was way off. The Yankees are worth $5.25 billion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Baseball's.
I was to say baseball's way more up there.
I don't
than,
know what
What's
I
the last place baseball team? I'm curious if it's in the billions.
Maybe I was reading. Maybe I just saw Rangers and I was thinking of baseball for some reason, but it had to have been about the New York Rangers. If I saw $2 billion, right?
Yeah, baseball's definitely.
What did you say?
What's
Tom?
the last place team? What's the
the
number?
last place team in
Hold on,
the
let
MLB?
me guess.
Yep,
I'm gonna guess the. Oh, this is harder than I thought it was. Gonna
it's a
be.
tough one.
What's the money? Tell us the money. At least.
Yeah, what's the overall money value?
$990 million.
Still
is the
good.
last
Oh
place.
wow, so it's not billion.
No.
I'm gonna go with.
Like $10 million away from.
I'm gonna go Tampa Bay Rays.
Very close.
Really?
They're second to last.
Oh,
But it's another Florida. It's the other Florida team.
Marlins.
The two Florida teams are last and second to last.
Damn.
The next one is $1 billion. That's crazy.
So
all of them
the
are
second to
billion.
last team in the top 10, the number 10 team in the NHL is not worth the last place
Yeah.
valued team
Yeah.
in the MLB.
So let's just
That's
go through
wild.
it here. So let's go back to the NHL because I mean obviously NHL is the fourth most popular in terms of the big four, right? You got probably MLB, NFL, MLB,
Subjective.
NBA, NHL. Obviously subjective, yes, but monetarily not at all.
Yes.
So number one is the New York Rangers at $2 billion. Number two, not far off, the team that I thought would be number one, Toronto Maple Leafs. They're at $1.8 billion. Next is the Montreal Canadiens at $1.6 billion. The Chicago Blackhawks are number 4 at $1.4 billion. Boston Bruins $1.3 billion at number 5. Philadelphia Flyers $1.2 billion at number 6. Oilers $1.1 billion at number 7. Los Angeles Kings, they're at about $1 billion at number 8. Number 9, Red Wings at $990 million. And at rounding out the top 10 is the New York Islanders, which I did not think the Islanders would be there in the top 10.
They just built a brand new arena.
So that probably takes some things into consideration, yeah. So their net worth or their overall worth, they round out the top 10 at $950 million. All right, who's last?
Yeah, this was not surprising to me. I don't think.
Not at all. The bottom two are not surprising.
No, yeah, the fifth to last is very surprising to me.
Who's
Ottawa?
Ottawa.
That's surprising to me.
I don't know because their market and attendance
Winnipeg at
and
number
everything
26.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's surprising.
That's surprising. Yeah, I thought they'd be a little higher. I was always thinking like all the Canadian teams would be a little higher up.
Right. Colorado at number 22. That's surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, but number 32 is the Arizona Coyotes at $400 million, which, yeah,
I don't even think they have an arena anymore.
Not after this season.
Yeah, which is crazy to me because what's going on with the whole Glendale thing? Because
I've been looking away from the camera this whole time.
they don't have any other team to occupy that arena. So why is there so much like turmoil there? I'm so confused by it.
I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. It has to come down to money and economics, and it's probably just the arena is not making the money that they thought it would, and they have to cut it because they're probably in the red because nobody goes to those fucking games down there, and it's the same in Florida, and that's why Florida.
So what are you gonna do? Just have an empty arena?
Yeah,
all the time, and have a concert once a month?
Yeah, like how Nationwide Arena used to be.
Well, the Blue Jackets have always been there, though.
They've always been there, but like it used to be like, oh, I see what you're saying. They'll just probably tear it down.
No, there's like a whole entertainment district right there.
Suns play there.
No, they don't.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a completely different arena?
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Completely different arena, but
Bad take.
bad take.
Good guess, though. And I brought up Florida because they're number 31 out of the 32 teams at $450 million, which is pocket change for some of these NBA and MLB and NFL teams.
That's a salary cap for not cap, but that's a salary for an MLB team right now. And sitting there at number 30,
third to last,
which you hate to see it. Which, old Columbus Blue Jackets, $475 million.
Yeah, brutal
worth there. So that kind of sucks seeing us that low down.
It does. Doesn't surprise me.
No,
at all.
Not really.
Like, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
That's kind of where they've been their entire existence.
Yeah.
Even lower than that sometimes.
Although a lot of teams' worths have gone up because of the new TV deal with like ESPN and TNT.
So
that gets impacted.
The margin for the Blue Jackets in a vacuum. What is it, like 90? They've increased 94% in the last 5 years. I think I saw.
Yeah,
and 53% over the last season, which is
kind of cool.
Hey,
that's good.
That's great. That's
but that just goes to show that like all the other teams have done the same thing.
Right, but that's also there's so many things that factor into that. Location, New York City. I mean, come on, New York City.
Oh yeah,
of course. Everything there's more people in one borough of New York City than there is in the city of Columbus. Yeah. So I mean, of course,
but they still, in terms of attendance, the Blue Jackets are on a better pace than the Rangers this year, which is crazy to me.
Is that true?
Rangers were below them. I don't know if they've ever overtaken them yet.
You can't buy a Rangers ticket for less than $400 right now in Upper Bowl. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
That's their problem.
But that's also MSG. So
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to set your tickets that high, then that's your fault.
Yeah.
But Blue Jackets at
where is Vegas?
At the beginning of the season, they had a better.
It's in Nevada.
They had a better record or better attendance than the Rangers, which is crazy to me.
That is, yeah. We had a hard. We always have a strong showing in the beginning, and then it's.
I don't think so. I think it's usually pretty steady because especially when Ohio State football ends, the attendance increases.
That's fair. So far, it's been good.
Yeah, it's been very.
That San Jose game was a little mellow, but
yeah,
that's okay. The place is pretty full.
Yeah, you're gonna have the games where it's not always electric, but it's still a good time.
Some teams of interest, if anybody was curious. Moving on here, Tampa Bay Lightning at number 20 at $650 million. Which also not a big market down there. I mean, they're winning cup. Can you imagine?
Florida itself.
Can you
is
fucking
not
imagine if Columbus won 2 straight,
won
back to back?
Tampa's a big market.
It's a big market.
Like their fans are like they sell out.
Tampa does a good. Tampa is good in terms of like their hockey, but like I feel like overall Florida sports.
Yeah,
a lot of like transplants. A lot of people are not really attached to teams down there, so it's kind of wishy-washy.
I think Tampa Bay Lightning is one of the only Florida teams you can't merge into that, because you could do that for the Dolphins, you could do that for the Marlins, you could do that for the Panthers. But I feel like I don't know. I've been to a couple Tampa Bay games, and their fans are like.
I won't
really,
discredit the atmosphere there because I mean they're very passionate. The hockey down there for Tampa at least.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the Miami market specifically, it's not very good in terms of sports.
Another team of interest, Vegas at number 17 at $710 million, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Thought they would have been a little bit higher than that.
I would have thought a little bit higher than that, yeah.
Seattle above there?
Seattle is above that. Seattle Kraken at number 13 at $875 million, which...
Damn.
I don't know if that has anything to do with them being brand new, and that's how much money's been dumped into
From what I read earlier, it was pretty much the league cost to have the team, and then the arena.
That makes that's that's fake
because it was a $600 million. I believe that's how much it cost to get the team.
That sounds right.
I think it was $600 million.
Right, plus the arena,
and
plus
the
your
Penguins
salary.
are like up for sale for like $900 million.
Yeah, they're at number 12 at $900 million right now.
That's insane.
So that's a direct value of how much they're asking, of what the asking price is.
You guys want to put our money together
Let's
and
do it.
buy the Penguins?
That's like cheap as fuck. Let's do it.
Yeah, compared to the $2 billion the
if
Rangers
I had
are worth.
any kind of money to split on a $900 million bill, then I would not be sitting in this room right now.
That's fair. I would be owning the Columbus Blue Jackets.
And that's all I got. Caps at number 11. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, so another thing that came out that's kind of similar in nature but more fun, more funsy. Best arena for fan experience, and this is coming from the source of TicketSource, which is I don't know what they do, but they do things along this line. The Blue Jackets are a lot higher up in this, so let's first read the criteria for what this is. So this is 2021 NHL Best Arena for Overall Fan Experience via TicketSource. So this is based off of stadium capacity, city safety rating, average ticket per game cost, average cost of an alcoholic drink, average cost of a fountain drink or soda, least expensive hot dog, least expensive team hat.
That's super fair.
And distance to the city center, which I believe is just like your downtown area.
Why don't they just say food? Why specifically hot dog?
Because hot dogs are just synonymous with a sporting event.
They have to do something specific.
Yeah.
I mean,
because you could buy
popcorn.
you can buy caviar probably in LA right now. It's
Popcorn's
probably like
a good,
$300. So
that is super. I don't know. Maybe.
so number one for all of this in terms of best arena for fan experience. Again, this is not necessarily entertainment within the arena, just based off of what I just read there. The Calgary Flames are number one there. Dead
Saddle
last,
Dome.
the old Saddle Dome. Dead last is the New Jersey Devils, which sucks for them. Kraken
City
not in the
safety
poll
rating.
yet. This
Really?
too early for the Kraken to be in the poll. I don't know why.
New Jersey
New Jersey Devils.
last.
I would have thought, yeah, or last.
I bet you Florida's high on that list.
Based off of that criteria,
I bet you the Panthers are high up on that list. I bet you they're top 10.
maybe pull it up. I can't. I don't have it pulled up in terms of.
Oh.
That. I just have the show flow notes that I'm typed out. But the Blue Jackets though,
What was the source?
TicketSource.
I'm looking right now.
Source?
TicketSource, just stadium experience. It'll give you everything. But the Blue Jackets are ranked number 4 overall. Which you love to see that. And I saw like the average ticket for the Blue Jackets right now, I think is like $57 a pop. So that's pretty,
What team are we looking for? Florida?
What was the tickets right now? Average or 70-some a pop?
57 for Blue
57.
Jackets. Yeah.
Okay, and that's not they have to be looking at they have to be looking at face value then.
Probably. Yeah, I would say so.
Because some of the I just want to call some other people out right now, as I do. If you're trying to resell Blue Jackets tickets right now on the glass for over $500 for a fucking San Jose game, you're a fucking idiot.
You're dumb.
You are so stupid.
Yeah.
And fuck you.
This isn't New York, not LA.
Go fuck yourself.
Columbus is a great town, great market.
If you are listening to my voice right now and you are trying to resell a glass seat for over $300 for a regular season game in Columbus right now, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, not happening.
Fuck
You wouldn't be able to get $500 for a playoff game probably in Columbus.
I paid.
It's only showing me the top 15.
Yeah, no, I think there's a little graphic of all of them, not on the website. You got to find like on Twitter. But yeah, the top 15 are on the website there.
Yeah, Florida's not in the top 15, so.
Yeah,
Brutal. That was a beautiful arena.
yeah. But yeah, it's
Pittsburgh is number 15. They weren't even that great.
again, it doesn't come down to the stadium experience. It comes down to the criteria that I just provided for you.
So we have the cheapest beer. That is not, I don't believe it.
We definitely have some of the cheapest beer in the league.
That's fucking insane.
I think like MSG, like Vegas, I want to say it's like $18 for like a
0.42. Is that what you're seeing?
yeah.
per ounce.
Per ounce.
Per
Yeah,
ounce.
we have the cheapest beer in the league.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
And we always complain about
We
it.
always complain about it. That's nuts. Because I went to the game Sunday and I kept drinking Elvis juice, and I looked at my bank statement the next morning.
Winnipeg.
I'm like, oh boy.
Has the cheapest.
But again, this is only the top 15.
Top 15. You're right.
Well, I mean, in the terms of the top 15, like it's very cold in Winnipeg, and beer does warm you up, so they're probably doing a favor to their fans. That
Winnipeg is the Columbus of Canada.
yeah, that's what you said. I never said
Trashier.
that. Oh man.
Winnipeg is trashier than Columbus.
Okay.
Columbus is pretty trashy, though.
It's not though. Every city has their shitty parts of town. It doesn't matter where you go.
Oh, I just mean the people that live here, like overall.
Wow, way to just diss
I
our
live
listenership.
I
Jesus.
live here. I'm talking
He
about
can say
myself.
what he wants. He lives here.
I fucking love this city. I would never. I love it. I'm wearing a Columbus or Nowhere hoodie.
Yeah.
I love it so much here. It's a little trashy though.
Weird random thing.
I'm trashy. I'm a little trashy.
I mean, I am wearing a Raise Hail Praise
We're
Dale
a little
hat,
trashy.
so-
I mean, it is what it is, dude. I mean, when we're happy about it.
Not like we're
It's
trash.
not- it's
We're just
not
like
a-
we're city meets country.
Yeah,
Yes,
I got a
that's
mullet on.
Doesn't mean it's trashy. It just means there's a different vibe, man.
Scotiabank,
That's a Saddle Dome, I think.
but it's also Toronto.
Scotiabank
Oh.
Arena is
They
not the
do.
Saddle
They
Dome.
do
They
both.
used to be, I feel like.
Not.
It
That's
says
not
Scotiabank Saddle Dome for Calgary and
See?
Scotiabank Arena for Toronto.
Thank you.
Oh, they are sponsoring.
They're
two?
sponsored both two
No
NHL
fucking
Canadian
Well,
way.
teams.
it's like Rogers. Like Rogers up there is
Is
like their
Scotiabank a
Canadian.
Canadian
That's like their
company?
wireless up there, and then they sponsor like a shit ton of places. Like they sponsor like the for the Blue Jays play.
Oh yeah, Scotiabank is from Toronto, so
Yeah. Anyways, we're not that trashy in Columbus. We're a very outstanding.
Okay,
I mean, yeah, no, you're wearing a Dale Earnhardt hat. He's
you got a mullet. I'm wearing a backwards hat, a dirty ass backwards hat. I'm
Yeah.
wearing out
We are a
wearing
poor
it.
representation of the city of Columbus.
We're not. We are the perfect representation of the city of Columbus.
we really are, honestly.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not
We're,
shitting on.
we're a very eclectic.
I
group
am
of
not
people.
shitting on the city by any means.
All right, that's fair.
I love it, and I love the life here. Everybody that lives here does. It's just
I love it.
We're
it's
I-
a
unique
little
people.
trashy.
Our downtown's really nice, though.
Yes, it's beautiful.
I mean, everything in terms
But you
of
don't
like,
live down there.
I don't.
The majority of people don't live. The majority of people live
but
around
like some
the
of our
city.
suburbs are very nice, though.
Have you ever been to Grove City
Okay, well that's the exception. But I will say like
or Hilliard?
Westerville, Dublin, New Albany, Grandview.
I'm
Dublin
not.
is
Okay,
different.
we're not getting into this.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of great.
I have been told by
things
multiple people
about
that
the city.
my description of Columbus is perfect.
Okay,
so
well-
I'm going with that.
You know what? How about you go join Panarin with your 2 garages in
I wish I had enough money.
in New York. Jesus.
I mean, New York City is my favorite city, and I will live there one day, so I understand.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna live here forever until I get hired by NASCAR. I go work in Charlotte.
Sound like a child, like talking about their dream.
I was hoping for just a little bit more silence after that.
No, that's it. That's my dream. All right, enough of this rambling nonsense. Let's get social. That's all I have here. Anyway, it was great to see the Blue Jackets still, like, 4th overall there. Love that. I will say that our in-arena experience in terms of, like, the entertainment, I would say it's pretty far up there, too. Mike Todd does a great job. The overall game day presentation in the arena, great job. Unfortunately, this poll was not based off of that. But I will say they should have added that into this because it was Blue Jackets Nationwide Arena. They do a fantastic job for the old game day presentation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting social.
Yeah, we're getting social. Yeah. You don't have Twitter pulled up yet? Warren, Warren, where are you?
Yeah, wait, who's doing this?
I thought you were doing it.
I was told not to do this anymore.
Who told you that?
You. And Twitter and Jordan.
I never told you that.
See, he's just blaming people now.
I'll bring it up and I'll read a few for you with you. How about that?
I was waiting on.
I got a
pull it
question
up.
from Warren himself.
Okay.
From Warpat,
Is he a friend of the pod?
Oh,
friend of the pod.
that's cute.
Is he a loyal listener, though?
you can only add two ingredients to a plate of rice. What would you add?
Chicken? Is that an ingredient?
Like grilled chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, grilled chicken.
That's absolutely an ingredient.
Yeah,
I don't know
all right,
why you
cool.
asked me that question.
I'm just making sure. And then like some spicy like salsa.
Ooh, chicken and salsa to rice?
No, not as like salsa, but like you know like the chipotle shit.
Oh, like some sauce, like
It's
some chipotle sauce?
I couldn't get my words out. Stop laughing at me.
Yeah.
Like that, like chipotle sauce, like the little spicy kick.
It's
to it.
usually me. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think those two would be my ingredients there.
Chipotle sauce and chicken. That's
Yeah,
a good
chicken.
That's good.
I know you can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't go wrong. I would add. What would you do, Tyler?
I don't see his question, so
So you can add two things to. You can add two things to a plate of rice, two ingredients. Like if you have a plate of rice in front of you, and you want to add two ingredients to it and make it a meal, what would you add to it?
steak and corn.
Not bad. That's good.
Yeah.
Corn?
Steak and corn salsa.
Corn salsa's good. I like
Corn
corn
salsa's
salsa.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Corn
sounds-
salsa and corn are two.
I mean, I feel like with
things.
corn you don't need sauce, and I feel like I need some sort of sauce usually with rice.
Yeah, you just got some. If you mix just shucked corn and verde sauce, and then put that over some rice.
Y'all ever been to that sweet corn festival out in Millersport?
No.
Oh,
Out over
boy.
Buckeye Lake.
Oh, it's so good. It's a good time. It's they have like just straight up you get like
a little trashy out there.
Well, I mean it's Millersport, so yeah. I can say that because I grew up out in that area. So I grew up in Lancaster, in Baltimore area. Those are my people. Okay, I'm allowed to say that.
The fucking
pee-holes.
biggest spiders I've ever seen. In
Oh, they're
Millersport.
called corn spiders.
They're unfucking real.
Oh, I had those in my house all the time.
Unbelievable.
I told my friend one time, I was like, because he was sleeping on the floor, I'm like, just be careful. They might get a corn spider out there. Might just greet you in the morning.
They're not because of the lake. They're because of the corn.
I heard they were called corn spiders.
But like the people that live on Buckeye Lake, the spiders on the side of their houses.
Big.
Hey, I got a good question for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's hockey, and it's something I've been thinking about.
Wait, I didn't get to say my rice thing.
Oh, you just haven't gone? I thought you went. I'm sorry.
No.
Usually,
God.
I'm last, so
What is
I
wrong
wasn't
with you?
listening.
Why do you hate me so much?
I wasn't listening.
You
go.
want spiders in your rice?
No. My rice, I would make it fried rice. I'd add an egg, so that's my first ingredient.
Bougie.
That's two toppings because butter
What? No, an egg
and butter.
and
Doesn't butter make it fried?
an egg,
I don't know.
maybe.
All right, continue.
What the fuck is wrong?
Just
Get outta
give him
here.
his egg.
egg and soy sauce. Boom.
Nah, I'm good there.
Sounds like 3 to me, but
An egg, rice, and soy sauce sounds like 3 to you.
but you said fried rice. That fried needs butter to make
Egg,
it fried.
no, rice,
Butter.
To
soy
make it
sauce.
fried?
What if you just like use like
And oil? Any oil or butter makes a topping. So to make it
You
fried
said
rice,
corn salsa. You know how much shit goes into salsa?
I was
That's also
just
You think it's just corn?
Corn, just corn.
Come at me with that bullshit. Okay, what was your question? What was your next question?
Mike at number 2277. Where is KHL Chinnikov, and will he be able to transition to the NHL? This is something I've thought about the entire time I've been watching him.
dude's
Sure.
a child.
If
He's a
you
kid.
have any idea about anything about other leagues in hockey, you would understand that the KHL is 3 tiers lower than the NHL.
That was what you were doing.
When you get to the NHL from the KHL, nobody in the KHL gets paid $8 million a year. People in the NHL do for a reason, because they're the best in the world at what they do. So when you go from the KHL, who are the best in Russia generally,
Yeah.
to the best in the entire world, the competition changes. There's an adjustment period.
Mm-hmm.
KHL Chinnikov is here. That shot is here.
Shots here, baby.
That rip is here.
Yeah.
He just hasn't found the back of the net as much as we'd like him to yet.
Yeah.
And we're fucking, 20 games in?
We are 22, I think.
22 games in?
Something like that.
Into his rookie season?
Yeah.
Relax.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fully. I agree there, 100%. Like to what you said, KHL, couple steps down from the old NHL. And also, how old is he?
20.
20.
He's 20 years old.
He looks like he's 14.
And give me a Cole Sillinger question. I'll tell you how old he is.
18.
He's 18.
18. So you got to give this kid a little time. He's a guy that I'm actually excited to see his overall development. We've had some other people come in here where I'm kind of like, okay, we'll see if it pans out, Binstrom. Finally, Texier is like kind of getting into it. I'm here. If he's gonna do his thing, I'm here for it. I was gonna say Milano, but that's a good bad reference right now because he's had the goal of the year. But there's been a handful of other players that have been brought into this organization where I'm kind of like, all right, enough. We've seen what we need to see. But with Chinnikov, you give him a little more time because he's gonna be a stud.
I agree. That every time he touches the puck, he's fucking ripping it, dude.
Yeah.
And he has a fucking shot on him.
Yeah. And we also have a coach that's a little more has a more offensive mindset, I feel like.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's
I think
true.
he's just more free about it. He's not.
That's what I'm more so saying.
Right.
He's just
Okay.
free. He's not like restricting some of these guys in terms of, you had one bad shift. Now I'm going to bench you for the rest of the game. I feel like Brad Larson gives these guys opportunities to, redeem themselves and go back out there and try to provide some offense in some ways. And I think because of that, we'll see. I think we'll see the flourishment of a guy like Chinnikov.
Just feeding off that, Tyler, did you have anything to add to that?
No.
Okay. Just feeding off that from Stacy at Stace27. What are your thoughts on Chinnikov so far, which you kind of covered? Do you think him getting scratched the last 2 games was a good move?
I will say I did not agree with Rozovic getting scratched.
I did.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't.
Low energy. A lot of low
Yeah.
energy from him.
Well, that's
and
the case.
back-to-back.
That's the case in terms of low energy. You got to scratch Werenski.
No, that's
Right?
not. Werenski plays with. I would. I don't know. No, you can't scratch a guy that's making
Exactly.
that much money. Like Voracek will never get scratched because he makes $8 million a year. Like it's never gonna. You know what I mean? Like
You also second in points on the team.
true, and Werenski's third. So
Yeah.
here we are.
That's
Bjorkstrand
fair.
will never get scratched.
Yeah, so
for
I would
that
say
reason.
Rozovic had a pretty bad start to the season. I feel like he was kind of coming into it.
He was.
And as he was coming into it, I feel like he got scratched.
But I think I disagree with that. I
Okay.
think that he hit a plateau and then he was coming back down.
think he was coming back down.
But this schedule, I mean, he scored 2 in the first time he scored this season. He scored 2 in that game.
yeah, so he was.
He was doing all right, and then he scored his third.
Yeah,
He scored another, but that was offside, and that's another conversation for
That's
another day. The amount of fucking offside.
that should have been a segment at the beginning of this podcast.
My God, the
My
amount of goals that have been
goodness.
caught off from offside. I think it's already been 7.
I believe it.
Has it been 7
At
this
this point,
season? I think
This
that-
year for us?
Yeah,
That's insane.
I think they've tied the record. It's either 6 or 7.
Yeah.
The record is 9 for a season for us. We're there.
Well, we're gonna surpass that big
It's-
time.
I do agree with scratching Roslovic. The energy is not there. We were talking about him in the preseason as being possibly the number 1 center for the season coming
We were.
in.
Oh yeah, we were high
because
on
of
him.
what he did last season, and it has
Yeah.
not been there. Mixed,
He pretty much led the team in points, and he was only here for like not as long as
he
everybody
was
else
what top 3 in points. I think top
Yeah.
2 in points. Bjorky had the most points. Bjorky's led the team in points for the last 3 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are talking about that. Nobody's really noticed that, but that's fucking wild.
The league is slowly starting to realize Bjorkstrand.
Finally, yeah.
Slowly.
That NHL Network piece they did, we talked about
yeah.
that a couple episodes ago. But anyways, going back to Roslovic, yeah, I agree with that because of the scheduling, I think. He started to come into it, and then he was falling off again. I think it was a perfect time to scratch him because of the back-to-back. And you'll notice he didn't play Saturday night against Washington, but he did play Sunday against San Jose.
He did play Sunday, and we won that game.
And we won that game. I don't know if he scored. I can't remember if he scored or not. A lot of goals in that.
think so.
10 total goals in that game. But I think it was a perfect time, perfect move by Brad Larson to scratch him in the first game of the back-to-back. I think it was a good move. The Chinnikov being scratched,
I just wouldn't. I wouldn't look too much into Chinnikov being scratched.
no, I wouldn't either. It's still very early in his rookie season. Same with Sillinger, but Sillinger has already fucking stapled himself as a top 6 center on this team. It's crazy.
Yep.
I can't believe it.
He's got 5 goals. I think I want to say he's like 10 to 12 points on the season so far.
Yeah.
for a rookie season.
Now he's playing between some very
Yeah.
good players most of the time, but
Yeah.
still, like as an 18-year-old coming in and just looking like a veteran.
Me at 18, nowhere near Whistle.
Oh my God.
Just in terms of like overall maturity in front of a camera.
Right.
Like the dude, he carries himself so far beyond 18. It's insane.
Random stat. I'm reading ESPN's power rankings, and the Blue Jackets are top 5 in shots against this season.
Shots against?
The power rankings, they're talking about just like how good our goaltending is,
Yeah.
and like we are in top 5 of being shots on goal against us.
Oh, I believe it because I mean we've seen it over the past 6 games where we're really kind of in a rut where teams are putting up 35 to 42 shots a game on us. So yeah, that's not hard to believe. It sounds much like my fantasy football team right now with points against. I'm freaking 4-9, and I have scored the most points in the damn league.
You know, I realized the other day I'm playing fantasy hockey.
Yeah, you are.
I kicked your ass
Thank
last
you for that
week.
win a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
too.
no, I'm 0-8.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
I've just been focusing on fantasy
All
football.
you have to do is just put your like players that are playing in
every day.
No, each week you can set it for a whole week at a time.
Oh, that's just
So like the
much
schedule's
work.
already set, so you have to put the guys in that are playing that day for the week. You just do it on a Monday.
Yeah,
You do it
so
for the whole week. and
Anyone
then
in my fantasy hockey league, congratulations on the win if you play me.
I've played. Yeah, I played you once. I kicked the shit out of you.
I realize there's a lot of games left, and I could.
You could make
Do
a
some
comeback.
Comeback.
You could make some
definitely
moves.
come back. I started off
Probably
0-3.
won't, but-
Let me
I
help you.
started
Let me
off
help you.
0-3,
Let me look at your team. I'm gonna help
and
you.
I am now 5-3. So, just saying,
Oh.
I'm nipping on your fucking heels, bud.
I know. I
Nipping-
just beat
nipping
you
on
by
the
a
tip.
point a couple weeks ago.
I don't wanna hear about
Yeah, and look,
Less
hey,
than a point, I think. It was like
I think I've only lost 1 or 2 games in the league.
I've lost 3, so you've lost 2.
I've lost 2.
Yeah, you're 6-2. I'm 5-3.
Killing it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you were nipping them.
I told you, bud. I started off 0-3. Now I'm ready to go. I'm on that waiver
Shit.
wire all the time. Looking.
I'm
at
winning that money,
players.
dude. I don't care what you say. I'm winning that money.
All right,
That money
fair.
is good as mine.
It's a lot of money, right? I should probably focus.
It's like $300. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I'll figure it out. I'll make the playoffs.
But
My
the
fantasy,
artillery paid for your entry, so you
yeah,
don't
no,
really
I'll
have
make the
anything riding
playoffs and
on
I'll
it.
get a free $300 because
Yeah.
I totally did not.
My fantasy football is 1,200. I would have much rather have won that. But I had the most points scored, and I'm pissed. And I'm
No,
4-9.
fantasy football is it's all luck and chance.
It absolutely is.
fantasy football is so much better.
All right, next question.
Next question from Jake at Cahill_42, friend of the pod. How would you grade the team to this point of the season and why? Give it a letter grade.
I like that question because you could go a lot of different routes here. With what we knew coming into the season and what the league expected of us, which was not good, at least to where we are now. I think we're a third of the way through. I think I would give this team, I would give them like a B-.
That's what I was gonna say.
I think B- is solid because you got to go with the expectation.
no,
or
you
C-
don't
or
have to
C-
be.
yeah,
or
yeah,
C
you do.
plus.
Yeah, you do because
B- or C plus.
the expectation of this team was fail. Like just rebuild. We're gonna suck. We're gonna be
Right.
bottom, and we haven't seen that yet.
Right.
There's a lot of other teams that are way worse off than us at this particular moment.
Oh, look at Montreal,
yeah,
dude. That's
like
crazy.
I said. Like we're middle of the pack. I think what are we 13-10? I don't even know right
13
now.
and 10. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
B plus because of that expectation.
Yeah, that's what I'm going. Yeah,
But I'm sorry, B minus. But I would say C plus if you count in the games that we've lost by like how we weren't even close.
yeah.
Because there's been so many
There's
games that
the
we weren't even
blowouts.
close.
There's the blowouts,
and
but
that
then
would
there's
bring
the
us to a
there's
C
then there's the
minus.
tenacity of the guys coming back and
You
winning.
said C minus?
If you're thinking about that, but B plus or B. Dude, I'm fucking stupid. C
I am
plus
go-
B
You're
minus.
You're fried, is what you
Yeah,
are.
just going off of expectation to where we are at this particular moment. Expectation was not high for the team, and I feel like we are exceeding.
I think
that.
regardless,
So,
so my grade would be like a C minus or or a C straight.
yeah,
I'm not looking at preseason expectations, anything like
I
that.
think you have to.
You don't
consider
have to.
that.
I'm looking at in a vacuum all 32 teams how they've been playing to this point, and
Mhm.
regardless of age, you have to look at age, which definitely factors into it. Youngest team in the league again. Jesus, sorry, I always get mad when I do that. Youngest team in the league again, but still, like with they have talent, like the talent's there, and they haven't really been utilizing it as much as they should. I mean, you're paying a guy $9.5 million to play defense, and he doesn't play a whole lot of defense. You shouldn't be giving up as many goals. You're paying your goaltenders have high expectations. Corpy's sucked so far. Elvis has not played well the last couple games. He's played well overall. Tarasov is a new thing. I don't know. I just feel like they're just middle of the road, super mediocre, average
But that was your expectation at the beginning
team.
of the year. Though, right?
My expectation to start the season was they were going to be where Montreal is right now.
So I feel like you have to. That has to be relative into your grade, though, right?
No,
If
because
your
I'm not
expectation
even
was that.
factoring that in. I'm just factoring in start of the season, no expectations
Compared to all other 31 teams.
compared to all the
That's
other
fine.
teams. Yeah.
I'm more so going off of preseason expectations.
Then yeah, they're doing way better than
Yeah,
we
that's
thought they would. But that's
it. Was
yeah.
what was the question?
preseason expect? Yeah, whatever.
What was the question itself?
The question was, how would you grade the team to this point of the season and why?
Okay. All right. So we all have our own.
That's our why,
perspectives.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, we all have our own perspectives on how we're grading them. So yeah, mine's based off of preseason. Yours is just the overall 32 teams in the league. And I don't know what yours was. Preseason mixed in with 32 teams.
Great question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask one and give
Yeah.
the answer? Because
Yeah.
I have. So, Charles at I'm Charles Spires asks, rank these things best to worst. Patrick Laine's sunglasses, Zach Grensky's trash stash, and Yegor Chinnikov's mole. And I have a very easy answer for that. Werenski's mustache is goddamn beautiful, and that's number
that's
one.
Because yours resembles it.
But my
Yeah, but
beard,
He couldn't grow.
he
the
can't
beard
grow a
you
beard.
have.
I can
No.
grow a beard. But the mustache, I'll agree.
Why are sunglasses? A part of
Sunglasses second, and Yegor Chinnikov's mole. I'm sorry, it last.
this? What was the question again?
Rank those three things.
Yeah, so I think it's Liney's the sunglasses he walked in with on the opening night.
Oh, okay. I was thinking.
those.
I just heard sunglasses.
No.
Don't be triggered
Liney's.
because you're wearing sunglasses right
Well,
now.
I mean, Jesus, guys, come on.
In terms of that, I feel like
Targeted over here.
the most iconic, not the most iconic, but the most memorable picture that I've seen this year is definitely Patrick Laine's sunglasses from opening night.
It's still
You see it everywhere.
profile pictures
It's-
on Twitter.
Everybody's profile picture is that. It made headway everywhere in the league, in the National Hockey League, social media channels. It's still there. I gotta. It's also like what are those weird things you can buy at a Hot Topic? Those little bobblehead
Dildos?
things?
Shirts?
No, the little bobblehead guys with the fat heads.
Penis enlargers,
no, not at all.
Something O's.
butt plugs,
Starts, ends
Are you
with
done?
an O.
bobbleheads.
Not bobbleheads, but they're like the little characters.
Funkos?
Funkos.
Something like that.
Funkos.
It doesn't sound
That's
right.
what
but
I
it
said.
does.
Butt plugs.
No. All right. Anyways, it's like even become one of those, I think. So I got to go Patrick Laine's
Yeah, it's called a Funko.
Funko. Thank you. Patrick Laine, number one. I got to go Werenski's trash stash because he grows it every year, and it looks terrible. It has not improved in the time that he's been with the Jackets. You would think his balls have dropped by now, but I don't think he has. And then I gotta go the mole for. I do like the mole. I think the mole's it's cool. Look, he got a rocket. It's his thing. So for Chinnikov, the mole's number 3. So yeah.
Yeah. 3 things, best to worst. Best, I would say, is Chinnikov's mole.
We
I
can
mean,
really play off of that in terms of like Austin Powers.
It's a beauty mark.
Mole,
He's so cute,
Modi.
and he's just so happy. I just can't.
He's so cute with his little
He'd be
deep
cuter
voice.
without it.
I don't. Well, maybe, but
But it adds character.
but he has no choice that he had. Like he doesn't have the choice to wear it.
You could definitely get rid of moles.
He always. This kid is 20 years old and just get out into the NHL. You know how expensive it is to fucking
Not
get a mole removed?
dude.
He has enough money for
That
it now.
size,
The health
that
insurance he has
size?
now in this league, he can get
that
anything
mole's
done.
as big as his cheek.
I would say it's like maybe less than a dime size.
My second thing, best to worst, is Patrick Laine's sunglasses. Just because it's Laine and I love his personality and
He'll be traveling with the team here soon.
Good.
Which is a good sign.
he's still in. Hey, I just want to.
he's still a couple
let's
games
talk
away.
I just want to say real quick, thoughts and prayers to Patrick Laine and his whole family.
yes.
To his father, Harry, I think,
Mhm.
who passed away. Yeah, I mean that's just I know he's still in Finland right now. That's
He
just,
is, yep.
It was an unexpected death. Something I can't even imagine happening to one of my parents.
Yeah.
Especially at his age. He's younger than us,
Yeah.
much younger than us. So I can't even imagine something like that happening to my parents, at that age. So just hope he's doing okay and
Yep.
thoughts out to him.
Absolutely. Well said, Kyle. So number 3 is Werenski's stash then.
Absolutely. That stash is shit. Fuck
He
Zach Werenski.
He
in
just
that stash,
he just
dude.
sat back like he was done talking. I was like, well, you got to finish your thing.
I was finished. I was taking a drink. Of course, yeah. Werenski's stash. Yeah, the worst thing I have
Which just means it's great.
ever seen. God, it's so bad. Just it is. I do love it though. To be honest,
He embraces. He knows
I
it's
do.
bad.
I do love it.
When you know it's
These-
when,
those are
when
just-
you know something on your own body or you know something about you is bad and you tend to embrace it, then good on you.
For sure.
Good on you, Werenski.
That's why I just keep eating.
Huh?
'Cause
Same.
I'm getting fat, and I'm just like, yeah, it's
You
bad,
know,
but
it just happens after a while.
right.
Like I could
just
go to the
embracing it.
gym. I just don't want to.
I don't want to. That's right.
I don't care. I'm fully embracing who I am now.
Good on you.
Good on you. All right. Any more questions?
We have a couple more questions,
All right,
actually.
fire away, baby.
Yeah. Next question from Ray N13 at Ray Nice 1. Without mentioning any reference to sports teams, garages, the arena district, or yourselves, give 2 reasons why someone would move to the Columbus area.
Oh, garages. I was like, parking
No
garages?
garages,
What?
no arena district, or ourselves. So 2 reasons. Let's just say not hockey related. Why would anybody want to live in Columbus? Because, they want to live in Columbus.
We have like 60 breweries now. That's
So does
one.
every other city.
Well, I don't know. I think we're like I'm kind of a hotbed.
It's
right now.
not hard to buy a building and brew beer anymore.
Okay, whatever.
I'm just saying.
Fine.
Like, there's good beer here. Don't get me
a
wrong.
lot of good beer here.
Yes. Great beer here.
All right, fine. So I won't use
Brewdog is one of my favorite breweries.
2 reasons why you should move to Columbus without saying anything about sports teams, which is fair.
Without saying anything about hockey.
Hockey, okay.
Not hockey related. Or garages.
or garages. Oh boy, that's put me on the spot because I was talking up the city earlier.
Yeah, and that's, look, here's I'll give you one reason.
There's
right
so
now.
many activities.
There's not.
There's a lot of room for
There's
activities.
okay. There's a short north, and there's a couple metro parks.
There's a lot of metro parks.
One of the great things about the city is the diversity of the food.
I was gonna.
There is if you go to North Market,
Yeah, there's a lot of food.
North Market, there's food in every city. There really is. But in there's good food in every city. But at the North Market, there is so much diversity, and just when you walk into the North Market, you can smell there's Indian food and there's Thai food and there's Chinese food, and you get it all at once. It's just and it's all fucking awesome. Like locally,
we're also a test market for food.
we are a test market for
National.
fast food.
For fast food. Yeah.
Which
We got Wendy's. Okay,
We got Wendy's.
We got
Castle.
White
the
Castle.
North Market is like the central point of the food community here in Columbus, and it is so damn good.
It's good.
That is my first reason.
Okay.
Do you have one?
Well, my first one was we have like 60 breweries, but you shut that down.
Well, we do. We have that's a good reason. We have
Yeah.
60 and they're
Use
good
that.
breweries.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, thank
Tyler,
you.
do you have any?
Oh, well, yeah, we'll do one around, then we'll come back around.
All right.
So, Tyler, what's yours?
Once I have enough money, I'm getting the fuck out of the city. My favorite part of Columbus is Clintonville, and I don't think anyone would move to Columbus to go to Clintonville. So
I mean, that's not true. Clintonville is a very cute, nice little town.
yeah, and that's my favorite part. I love it.
Yeah, but why?
The other thing I love here is the Blue Jackets, and I'm not.
No,
allowed
why
to
do
say
you
that.
love Clintonville?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it fits my vibe and who I am, and I'm there all the time.
It's definitely, I feel like, your vibe.
Yeah,
Very artsy.
I'm always at Cup of Joe's sitting there. Come catch me.
All right, well, Cup of Joe's is not even like a local place.
Yeah, it's
I
really
know,
like
but
a
find
chain.
like a
That's
local-
chain
like a
franchise,
local-
I know.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about it. I walk like a mile to get
At least
there.
said like
It's
Hound
great.
Dog's Pizza or something. I mean, Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Out of everything I could have said, I would have said that.
You said Cup of Joe's.
Jesus.
Exactly. I can't wait to get the fuck out of the
Shut
city
up.
and go to New York City.
Cup of Joe in every fucking
Aaron, I'm coming to
corner
ya.
in New York City. My God.
All right, what's your number 2?
You disgust me.
You and everyone else.
My number 2 is I'm gonna bring up hockey saying it, but
Can't.
okay. I don't know. I haven't really been to. I guess I would say the nightlife. I like going out and partying and like.
But have you been out in Chicago?
That's
All
what
right,
I.
we're
That's what I
talking
was
about
gonna.
Columbus.
That's what I was gonna
that's
say.
why.
Like my frame of reference is not what it is because I lived in Vegas
Here's
for
the
about
thing.
a year.
I
So
much prefer like a Midwest, like smaller vibe.
my frame of reference is pretty wide because I did live in Vegas for a year. Moved was in LA a lot of the time. Like all
Chicago
around
bars stay open until 5 a.m.
nightlife. Vegas bars never close.
That's crazy.
So I do have the frame of reference, and the nightlife here is really fucking awesome. Like walking down the city, walking down the Short North at High Street at 11 o'clock at night on a summer night, stopping at Thunder Pussy to look at it's a record store on High Street.
I know it is. I know it is.
To look to get some. I bought a couple records from there one night. The show offs that are going down High Street in their loud ass cars or bikes. I love it. I love that. I love the atmosphere. I love walking past these super nice bars with all of these people. Like every bar is full. Everything's opened up. Scully's in the Short North. North High Brewing, Condados started down there. I mean, just I don't know, man. It's just something about the trashiness of it. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
Yeah.
The atmosphere of that. There's
the
always
atmosphere downtown is great. Then you have campus on the other side.
Short
so
North for
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why they call it Short North, right?
because it's short and it's in the north.
No. Well, kind of, but so it's north of downtown, but short of campus, so it's Short North.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah.
I learned that on Columbus Neighborhoods on PBS. I really did. Great series. They go through every neighborhood in Columbus and they tell you about like everything about it.
Wow.
Mine is I like how everything is like 15 minutes away. Because like we have a very good city in terms of like what you said, nightlife. Like you can pretty much get around 270 in about 20 minutes. You can from any suburb around Columbus, you can probably get to downtown in 15. So like convenience, because traffic is really not that shitty unless it's like the heat of rush hour.
I'm not trying to burst your bubble, but that is the same in every city. It really
not
is.
LA.
No, but it's just because of the amount of people.
Yeah,
But the infrastructure is there.
that's fair.
It's like that in every city.
It's like you hop on 270, bam, you're wherever you want to be in 10, 20 minutes.
Same with Cleveland, Cincinnati, all that. I mean,
Whatever. It's not Cincinnati. Cincinnati sucks. Their traffic's awful.
I've been to Cincinnati a couple times this year and like went around and drank. It's been pretty fun, honestly.
Yeah.
You should ask the rest of the fun ones, Kyle.
Brett,
I
what?
don't know which ones you want actually read, so we're at an hour 10, so
No, that's shit. We got 20 more minutes.
so up to you.
God damn, we can keep.
I'm about an hour. Oh, never mind. You're right. Yeah. Well, I have the ads in there.
Okay, so here's a weird question. I just read the first two sentences. Are we moving on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from Matt Murdoch at Matt Murdoch to 2112. Now that the Jackets have shown their true colors, whatever the fuck that means, how are we feeling about Lars? I dislike the hire from day one and still do. Lack of in-game adjustments and ill-prepared teams with mental lapses is on the coaching staff.
That's really just in there. So I like what I see out of Larson right now. I think at the beginning of the season when he was first hired, I was very like, okay, well, I don't know how I feel about it because he was our power play special teams coach for how long and he didn't do shit.
I think that was more of a social media driven thing that he ran the power play.
Maybe. But
I'm just saying. I don't think that
that's
was
what
ever
we were told, and
that was ever came out from Torts or him or
Oh.
anybody that said, "Oh yeah, this guy runs the power play."
He definitely wasn't a popular hire across the board.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, but I have liked what I've seen from him in terms of like his media presence. I don't know what he says to the guys in the locker room. I'm not a player, but I like I don't know. I've liked what he's brought so far. In terms of like in-game adjustments, it's kind of almost a breath of fresh air that he keeps with the same lines that he has been. Because listen, we're 13-10. We could be well.
I will say this about you, Matt Murdoch. You were the first person in 23 games I've seen complain about there not being a blender.
Yeah, so that's
Just
what
saying.
I was going to say.
Right.
So like, if you want the in-game adjustments, then we got to look at what Tortorella did. If that's what you're kind of suggesting, where Tortorella changed the lines every 3 minutes, and it didn't work for us the last 2 seasons. So
No, it didn't really work for us at all. It did, but like
yeah, we swept
to an
Tampa Bay,
extent.
whatever. That was it. But so I'm fully here to give Lars a chance, and I think from what he is doing with what he has with the youth and inexperience of this team mixed in with a couple good veterans, give him a couple years, and I feel like we'll be there.
He tweeted 23 hours ago. So everyone ready to hop off the Lars wagon? Hashtag CBJ.
He's not about Lars. He's not about
It's very
Lars.
clear.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I agree with you, Jordan. I mean, I don't know what it means to say that the Jackets have shown their true colors. I think that every team, no matter who you are, whether you're Tampa, Toronto, Colorado, or Edmonton, I think no matter who you are, you're going to go through rough patches. This is definitely a rough patch for this team right now that we've been seeing. 5 out of 6 they've lost.
Yeah.
Still, again, the youngest team in the league. Probably one of the youngest team the Blue Jackets have ever had, I think. Our starting center is 18 years old. I think it's time to take a step back, look at the macro, and stop looking at the micro in the last couple games that have happened. Because I think that's fucking ridiculous. I mean, honestly, it's just if we take
That
a
was
step
very
back.
wise. I liked that a lot.
If we take a step back and look at the future of what's happening, Chinnikov is very promising. We got Voracek for 2 more years after this. Line A is an RFA. So regardless of whether he wants to be here or not, he'll probably be here. Sillinger is 18 years old. Kent Johnson is coming. Cole Colemans is coming from Wisconsin. Werenski is here, sure. We have Boquist, Bean. We have it's here. The macro is here.
Yeah.
And I think saying that we're showing our true colors because of
makes no sense.
because of
That's
losing 5 out of
yeah.
6 is really ignorant. I just do not
Yeah,
understand what that
it's-
even means.
You have to look. Yeah, I mean, I feel like what you just said is perfect. Like this team coming into the season, we knew what was happening. We knew what we had, and it was not a Stanley Cup contending team.
no,
Like
and they're not
even
still.
close.
I mean, it's just
we're not
right.
even there. No, and the fact that we are 13-10 is a testament to what I think is coaching and also very good young talent mixed in with a couple of vets that are kind of showing the way. So
Not fun dip though. I'm sorry, I just had to get that out there. Not fun dip.
Yeah,
that is not the reason they've won 13 games.
I still can't.
Sorry,
I still don't know what's going on.
Weird.
There.
Weird.
I still don't either.
But yeah, so if your expectation of this team coming into the season was to make the playoffs and go to the Stanley Cup Finals, then you obviously are not paying attention to what has transpired over the offseason. So
Or the last 5 to 10 years at that. Look at where we are compared to where we were when we traded Rick Nash.
yeah,
Like desperation and darkness after Rick Nash got traded. Like now what?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at the beginning of something that is going to be great with this team. I in Yarmo we trust, and I've been saying it for years. Yarmo is going to have a statue built outside of Nationwide Arena before it's all said and done.
This is Yarmo's last shot at it.
And it's so far
So far, so
good.
good. So far, so good. He's been the general manager here now for what 6, 7 years.
But he just signed an extension.
He did. So I think this is Yarmo's rebuild. These are Yarmo's players. So this is Yarmo's last and final shot at him doing what Yarmo wants to do. And you have to let it play out because we knew coming into this season what to essentially expect. And it's not, we're not showing our true colors. This is a very young team that is just on the precipice of something great.
The colors are changing every game. That's the thing. Like and it's generally when they're at home and away.
Yeah, because they're all trying still to discover how they are in this league.
Right.
So yeah,
Do you have a question, Tyler?
I use the word precipice.
We're at a 0. Yeah, that was good. The micro and macro just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, when you said that, I came a little bit. It was
Nice.
crazy.
Are you a little?
We're at a
moist?
0 goal differential as a whole team. That's
Yes, I said that
crazy.
earlier in the podcast, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah, so is
Yes.
San Jose. Did you say that?
What?
So is San Jose.
I did not say that. I did not know that.
Why would we say San Jose? It's not.
I don't know.
It's not a
because it's
Sharks
the only other
podcast.
team generally just talk about, and we talk
Throwing things at me?
about extremes in us. So like Montreal is minus 35.
I listen like half the time.
That's
so.
fair. No, so do I.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
me too.
it's
Yeah.
the same. All right, next question. This
Last
is a good
one,
one.
if that's
Last
okay.
one.
We get 2 more.
All right, 2 more. is
2
fine.
more.
Ask the 2.
That's the two.
Ask the two fun ones.
I'll change the name.
We're not doing the one.
No.
We're not doing that one.
Why not?
Because
I'm not doing the sex one.
No. I wanted to hear your guys'
I
answers.
do have two more though.
Tell me after.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Next question from Jake Miners at JMiners23. When is there going to be a Corpy trade? If there's going to be a Corpy trade.
Well, there will be. I don't know when.
You think there will be?
I think there will be.
I don't know if that's popular
Dude,
right now.
It may not be popular, but we're seeing the emergence of a Tarasov now.
Right.
And
Right.
he's done just, if not a better job than what Corpy has done.
Very small sample size.
Very small sample size, yes. So take it with a grain of salt. But it is promising to see a young kid like that step in and pretty much do very well.
I think Corpy needs to be traded for his sake. He is a guy, like we said earlier, that needs 4 or 5 starts to get going, like to get into his groove, and like he's a starting goaltender.
Oh, yeah.
Him backing up Elvis. I get having 2 good goaltenders. I get it. I want Corpy to be traded for his sake, not for the Blue Jackets' sake. I think we'll get a good return out of him. But I still want Corpy to succeed in this league and have a chance to win, and that is not here.
It's not. It's been made clear it's not here.
It's not here.
So.
And for his sake, I want him to get out. I want him gone.
I agree there.
I want to cheer for him on another team.
For his sake and for the Blue Jackets to, see what they can get. I don't know what
But
they
because
can.
Tarasov came out and has been fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Like he's
So
He
at
feels
this
like
point,
a waste on the bench. Like it,
Yes.
It feels
Yes.
like we could have some really good players for him that are helping us win. But then I
Corpy for
also
Dougie
think-
Hamilton 1-for-1.
Damn.
well, that's
But what if, like, I'm also thinking, like, who would we? I don't know if there's a lot of players that I would want to push off the lineup. Like,
I
'cause
don't
we
know.
want, we want a forward or a defenseman. I like Peak a lot.
Maybe I want a forward that can play a good defense. Maybe I want that. Maybe I want the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I think we have a chance to get a piece of the puzzle that'll help us win more games, and it's just sitting on the bench playing backup.
He
right now.
definitely is just sitting there because Tarasov can be a guy that can be a backup for a couple years and learn
from
Elvis.
Elvis
He's
and-
understudy.
Right.
And
Corpy
so, yeah.
learned from Bob, and
Yeah.
now he's under. It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't. It's time.
Corpy is a better. Look, I'm going to say something that is off the wall and fucking crazy right
Off
now.
the rails.
Holy shit!
Kyle off the
Hot
rails.
take coming in.
Jonas Corpusalo is a
Jonas,
better goal.
but okay.
Jonas.
I think it's Jonas.
Jonas
with a Y.
Corpusalo is a better goaltender than Elvis.
Okay.
Merzlikins
Think so?
overall.
Yeah.
He's shown it.
Yikes.
Okay.
Larger samples. Yikes.
Hot take. That's all. No, not yikes as in your opinion, but just yikes as in a very hot
but
take.
he needs to be the number one guy. But
It
ever
burnt
since
a little
Elvis
bit.
has gotten here, Elvis has been the number one guy. He hasn't. Corpy has been shoved down and down and down ever since he's been here, and he's still. If he's going to come out and get traded to a team or sign with it, because he's not. This is it for Corpy this season. We all just need to accept that. He's not
sure.
re-signing.
I think
Whether
a
he
lot
gets
of
traded
us
or not, he's
accepted
not
it.
re-signing at the end of
Yeah.
the season. He's a UFA.
Yeah.
He's going somewhere else, and he's going to win a Vezina.
Think so?
He's going to win a Vezina in his career.
Yeah.
He's going to go somewhere else, have a really good defense in front of him, and he's going to win a Vezina. And it will not surprise me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't.
Elvis might too, but I don't think he will. I think he starts hot, and Elvis is too roller coastery. He's up and down and up and down. He's never consistent enough to win that Vezina. I mean, now he'll have a shutout here and there, and
Remember that he had 5 consecutive that one year.
not 5 consecutive. He had like 5 in 8 games.
That's what I meant.
But yes, that would have
Yeah.
been impressive.
That's what I meant.
But yeah, I think Corpy will win as he should win a Vezina. They're the same age. People forget that too.
They are.
Elvis and Corpy are like 3 months. I think Corpy's 3 months older than Elvis.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Sounds about right. But
Anyways, I don't have any more questions.
all right, we're done. I have nothing else to say. Thanks for listening, little boomers. We love you. Episode 195 is in the books. Thanks for listening. Before we head off, got to talk about our amazing sponsors. Once again, High Bank Distillery. It is the holiday season, everybody. So what better way to hang out, have a good time with friends and family when you're going to have a handful of days off here in the next couple of weeks. And check out High Bank Distillery, located right there in Grandview, Ohio, across from the Grandview Yard. It is a spacious little joint.
Who is it, Adam over there?
Adam, dude. Yeah.
You owe me bottles.
Well, yeah.
You owe me bottles.
It's just I need to go pick them up.
Please.
I will.
Go get
For
them.
the love of God.
I told you I would.
Do it.
I will.
Also, check out our sponsor, our coffee sponsor.
Also, highbankco.com.
highbankco.com for more info. No more patio stuff this year. It's too cold.
They might have heaters.
They might, actually. I think they might have those kerosene, top heaters, you know?
Yeah. Every place has those now.
They probably do, actually. now that you
Rona,
think about
people
it,
are
yeah.
still like,
People
I'll
like
be
to smoke
inside.
cigarettes, you know?
And also that
Maybe
too.
not in
Yeah.
Grandview because they're so bougie.
They're smoking vapes.
Right. Yeah. Very bougie in
Yes.
Grandview.
Jennings Java. I got some. I've been drinking it. Drank it this morning. They wrote me a little personal note.
Aww.
Isn't it so good, though?
It's so fucking good.
And they are awesome.
They're
They're fucking awesome.
They
people.
literally wrote me a note and they were like, "Thanks, Tyler." Like,
I'm
blah,
not
blah, blah,
just
blah.
saying this.
Like,
I'm
no,
not.
they're- I am a coffee fiend. If anyone knows me, I'm a coffee fiend. I always thought Kyle was. When I just listened to the podcast, I always thought Kyle was just saying it like I drink it.
Well,
But,
Kyle's
like,
usually full of shit most times, so
but
yes.
it is like go buy their coffee. It's so fucking good.
It's so good.
It's
so
better
good.
than most.
It's reasonably priced. You can get. They'll grind it however you want to. Go to Jennings Java over there on Front Street. Tell them Kyle sent you. They'll give you some cans of their Tai Chi stuff, whatever. Their Thai tea. Their chai tea.
My aunt is from Thailand.
Chai tea.
Her name is
for free.
Her name is
chai tea for free. Maybe
Petra
not.
Palmer.
Maybe they'll let you try one. Let them know that I said that. JenningsJava.com. Buy the cannon powder. That shit is fucking delicious. I'm not just saying that. It's so good, and it has the caffeine hits you in the right way. It's not like there's some coffee where it's like, oh, I'm still kind of tired after the caffeine. This caffeine will fucking kick you in the ass.
I haven't even tried cannon powder.
Cannon
I'm
powder.
gonna do that next.
JenningsJava.com. You have the promo code for the free stuff. Don't say it on air.
I've had the normal city roast and the other one, and that
Did you
they're
try
really-
Golden's Espresso?
No, not yet.
That
I'll do
one's
that,
good.
and I'll
Golden's
do
Espresso and
cannon
Cannon Powder,
next.
my two favorites. JenningsJava.com. Check them out. We also have merch.
We also have merch. It's the holiday season. If your family loves BJ's, then you should buy our merch. Go to shoptheartillery.com. We have our logo merch. We got some other fun T-shirts. Just came out with our new T goal cylinder because it's punny because it's like coal cylinder, but it's goal because you score goals in hockey. That's our newest T. Goal cylinder. Also, we got our that Chinnikov shirt. A good job, good work, good goal next. You can buy that. We also have our logo stuff as well. ShopTheArtillery.com. Support us and buy your friends and family some of our stuff. All right, we're done. Love you, little boomers. We'll see you next week.
Maybe.
No, we'll be here next week.
We'll be here next week.
Yeah, not next week because that's Christmas week.
Oh, right. We may still be here.
Maybe.
Yeah, why not?
We can. I'm
You'll be
down with
here?
that.
Yeah, I could do it.
We could do a Christmas episode.
Let's do a Christmas episode where we just sing nothing but
We
Christmas
should do one on
carols.
Sunday, and then next Wednesday, and then Sunday, and then so our 200th is on Christmas.
Have you guys done the Sundays?
We have before.
Like since we said we were doing.
No.
Like, we should do that. That'd be fun.
Okay. We
No
can,
video Sunday.
No video Sunday. And
Would I still be invited?
Sure,
Obviously.
absolutely, yeah.
Of course.
You're artillery.
Yeah.
Spay and neuter your Tylers.
Bye, Warren. I love you.
Source?
All right, we're testing the microphones.
Can you hear me at all? Do I sound okay?
You sound good.
I'm here.
Good job.
It's been a while.
It's
Good to be
been
back.
a while. And you're eating
Quesadillas
quesadillas.
with some buffalo sauce in there.
That sounds great.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna just.
That's a nice big old thing of smoke.
What kind of smoke is that?
It's the say by day.
Is the devil's lettuce or the devil's oils?
It's the devil's oils.
Okay. Got that snake venom in there.
Devil came in here and it's
You know those fake herb cigarettes that they use in movies? That's what Kyle likes to smoke. Smoke recreation.
That's right, brother.
Fuck, can't talk.
Ooh.
You did good. You tried.
Smoke recreation.
I like this setup we got in here. We just gotta find room for the Warren.
Warren's Warren. Where are you? We should just put him like in the other room.
We're gonna build a mount up there on the wall. I'm gonna put one on the wall so you can put your camera up on the mount.
That'd be cool.
So I don't have to fucking turn around while we're filming this.
That'd be hype.
You say it like it's my fault that we came into this room. I remember you saying we're going in this room, and I said, "Oh, okay, that's news to me." Kyle,
I came in this room.
all right,
We all
and
three
the mic
came
check.
in this room together as we opened the door because we walked in.
And we all held each other's dicks.
Correct. I think that's a good enough sound check.
Yeah.